Hello dear learners, we have already started the new topic ghee, and till today we have discussed the many points of ghee. We have seen the introductory part of ghee, history of ghee, then the definition according to PF rules 1976, how the ghee is defined, that we have already seen in detail in our previous lecture. Then the composition of ghee. Uh, we have seen in detail about the flow diagram which is given here in this slide, that is the methods of ghee preparation. So in this slide we have already discussed about the various methods which are used for the preparation of ghee, that is the creamery butter method. Then the desi butter, how the ghee is prepared by the desi method. Then uh, direct clarification method, pre-stratification method, continuous, and then after all these methods, the final product that we will get, that is the ghee. So we have already discussed about all these methods in short, and after this program, we have seen the country method or the desi method of the ghee preparation. In that we have seen the receiving of makhan, the heating of makhan in mud pot or metallic vessel, then the removal of the maximum moisture from that pot, from that makhan, then cooling, decantation of clear fat, or the separation of fat by using the muslin cloth, and then the storage and the final product that which is obtained by the this method of country method, that is the key. After this, we have also seen the new method, that was the creamery butter method, and that we have already seen how the creamery method is generally used by the organized dairies, the raw material which is used in this method, that is the unsalted or the white butter. So we have already discussed each and every point which is given here in this flow diagram of creamery butter method. Let's see, let's review the creamery butter method, because when we will understand this method, that is the creamery butter method, and then only it will become very easy to understand the next method, that is the direct clarification method. So this direct clarification method is totally based on the creamery butter method. So for this purpose we have to understand the creamery butter method in detail. So let's review the creamery butter method. As we have already completed, or we have already learned about the creamery butter method. Each and every point which is given here in creamery butter method we have discussed, but again, to understand the next method, that is the direct clarification method, it becomes necessary to understand the various points which is given here in this creamery butter method. The first point is the milk, which is the clean, the milk which is the sweet, the milk which free of any extraneous matter. That milk is taken for the preparation of milk product. As we have seen that the quality of the final product is totally depends on the quality of the raw material which is used here. So for this purpose, the raw material, that is the milk, we have to use with a superior quality. Next point is the warming, means the preheating of milk. The milk is preheated to the 40 to 50 degrees Celsius, and then this milk is allowed for the cream separation by using centrifugal cream separation, and then it is standardized to 38 to 48 degree 38 to 40% of fat. Now what do you mean by the standardization? Standardization means it is the process of maintaining the desirable amount of the fat. So this is called as the standardization. And after the standardization process is over, the next step is the pasteurization. The main aim behind the pasteurization is to kill the microorganism. So for this purpose, the cream is heated to 80 degrees Celsius for 15 seconds, and then it is cooled to 7 to 8 degrees Celsius. Because after the cooling process, the next step is churning. For the efficient churning, generally milk is cooled to the room temperature. And when by using the churners, generally in industrial scale the various churners are used, and by using that churner, this cream is churned, and so it converts to the butter. When the churning process is completed, it converts to the butter, and then butter is removed, and it is taken to a next vessels, that is the butter melter, in which the butter is heated to 80 degrees Celsius. And when this butter is melted, this butter is again transferred to the next vessels, that is called as the ghee boiler, into which this butter is melted or boiled. And when the boiling start, a scum is generally forms over the surface of this butter, and it is gradually removed with the help of perforated ladle. So the maximum of scum is removed with the help of perforated ladle, and when the maximum scum is removed, it becomes very clear, and it produces a cracking sound, and again it produces a brown colored curd particles. So these are the symptoms of symptoms to stop heating in ghee boiler. So here heating should be stopped. When the maximum scum is removed, this liquid becomes very clear, and the final step, when it is removed, when it produces the crackling sound, or when it we can observe burnt curd particles. So these are the endpoints to stop the heating. And after the boiling at 114 degrees Celsius, then it is filtered with the help of the various filters which is available in dairy industry, and the residue is removed, and the final product which is obtained as a filter, that is called as the ghee. So in this way, by the creamery butter method, the ghee is prepared. Now let's see the second method, which is totally depends on the creamery butter method, and therefore once again we have reviewed this creamery butter method, because it will become very easy to understand the next method, that is the direct clarification method. So here the points are given as the milk, very well the quality of the milk, which milk should be taken for the preparation of the milk product. Then the warning means the preheating to the 40 to 50 degrees Celsius. Then the cream separation, as we have seen in the previous method. Then the standardization to 60 to 70% of fat, and then this but here in this direct clarification method, butter is not prepared. Here when the cream is obtained from the centrifugal cream separation, or to get from the centrifugal cream separation, that cream is standardized in it, and it is directly taken into a ghee boiler, where this cream is heated, and the maximum moisture is removed here in the ghee boiler, and the scum which is formed here, that scum is removed with the help of perforated ladle. Okay, after when the maximum moisture is removed, and when the maximum scum is removed, it becomes very clear solution. And again, it produces a crackling sound, and we can observe a burned curd particles to the bottom of this ghee boiler. So, by watching this, we can say that now it's time to stop heating, to stop supply heat to ghee boiler, and the heating is stopped. After when the heating is stopped, then it is cooled to the room temperature and it is filtered. So whatever the filtrate, it is obtained in a separate container that is called as the ghee, and to the filtered to the over the filtrate, whatever the part obtained, that is called as the curd particles, or you may say ghee residue. So over the filtrate we will get the ghee residue or the curd particles, and below the filtrate that we get in a separate container that is called as the ghee. So in this way, by the direct clarification method, ghee is prepared. Direct clarification means here in this method the cream is directly taken in a ghee boiler for the heating purpose. Therefore, it is called as the direct clarification. Means here butter is not prepared and that butter is not used for the preparation of ghee. Whereas in previous method, butter was prepared by using this cream. Okay, when this butter is prepared, that butter is used here in the ghee boiler, whereas in this method the butter is not prepared, but cream which is obtained here in a centrifugal by centrifugal method, that cream is directly taken into a ghee boiler and that cream is used for the ghee preparation. So this is just a little bit difference in between the creamery butter method and direct clarification method. So just keep it in mind, in direct clarification method, cream is used as a raw material, as a main material from which ghee is prepared. Hence the cream is directly taken into a ghee boiler to convert it into a ghee, whereas in the previous method, that is the creamery butter method, cream is removed from the milk and that cream is used for to convert it into a butter, and that butter is used to prepare the ghee. Whereas here in this method, milk is taken, cream is separated, that cream is directly taken into a ghee boiler and that cream is converted to a ghee. So in this way, this is the little bit difference. Just keep it in mind, the difference between both the method, that is the direct clarification and creamery method. So it will become very easy to understand both the methods. So till today, this is enough. So thank you very much for listening my lecture. If you have any query, you may directly send me the messages regarding the method, regarding the point that which you have not understood. So thank you very much.